Education is important. We all know that. It's the key to opportunity, to a better life. It's supposed to give us the tools we need to succeed. But what if those tools are outdated? What if the education system, the very thing that's supposed to prepare us for the future, is stuck in the past? This isn't about blaming teachers or schools. They're often working within a system that's been around for ages. It's like trying to run the latest app on an old phone. It just doesn't work that well. We live in a world that's changing faster than ever. Technology is advancing at warp speed. The jobs of tomorrow might not even exist yet many schools are still teaching the same things they were decades ago. It's like teaching kids how to use a rotary phone when everyone's got smartphones. Sure, it's interesting history, but it's not going to help them make a call. We need an education system that's as dynamic and forward-thinking as the world we live in. Imagine you're in a history class learning about the agricultural revolution. Important stuff, right? Now imagine you're in that same class, but you're also learning how to code, how to build a website, how to understand artificial intelligence. That's the kind of education we need, one that connects the past to the present and the future. The problem is, many schools are still stuck in a factory model of education. It's all about memorizing facts and figures, prepping for standardized tests. It's like a conveyor belt, churning out students who are all supposed to be the same, but the real world doesn't work that way. Employers today are looking for creativity, critical thinking, problem-solving skills. These are things that can't be taught through rote memorization. They need to be nurtured through hands-on learning, collaboration, and real-world application. We need to stop thinking of education as something that ends when you graduate. It's a lifelong process of learning, unlearning, and relearning. It's about adapting to new information, embracing new technologies, and being comfortable with the unknown. That's the kind of education that will prepare students for the challenges and opportunities of tomorrow. Let's talk about rote learning. You know, that thing where you cram your brain full of facts and figures just long enough to pass a test and then promptly forget most of it? Yeah, not exactly the best way to learn. Sure, memorization has its place. You need to know your multiplication tables, and it's helpful to remember important historical dates. But the problem is, rote learning often comes at the expense of deeper understanding and critical thinking. Imagine you're learning about the human body. You could memorize all the bones in the skeleton, or you could build a model of the skeleton, understand how the bones connect, and maybe even dissect a frog. Sorry, frog. Which method do you think would lead to a more meaningful understanding of anatomy? Rote learning can also stifle creativity. When students are constantly pressured to memorize the right answers, they're less likely to think outside the box, to question assumptions, to come up with their own ideas. It's like giving someone a paint-by-numbers set instead of a blank canvas and some paint. Sure, the paint by numbers might look nice, but it's not exactly original. We need to give students the freedom and the tools to create their own masterpieces. Here's a reality check. What you learn in school doesn't always match up with what employers are looking for. In fact, there's a growing gap between the skills students are graduating with and the skills employers need. It's like showing up to a construction site with a screwdriver when everyone else has power drills. Think about it. How much time do you spend in school learning how to code, how to analyze data, how to manage projects? These are skills that are in high demand across a wide range of industries, but instead of focusing on these 21st century skills, many schools are still stuck in the industrial age, emphasizing obedience and conformity over creativity and critical thinking. It's like teaching kids how to operate a loom when they should be learning how to design software. This skills gap isn't just bad for students, it's bad for the economy as a whole. Businesses need a workforce that's equipped with the skills to innovate, to adapt, to compete in a global marketplace. We need an education system that's aligned with the needs of the 21st century workforce, not the workforce of the past.